The so-called little pink pill is one big step closer this morning to going on the market. After saying no twice, an FDA panel on Thursday finally recommended the first medication for female sexual dysfunction. But there are still big questions. Our Dr. Tara Narula is following the controversy and joins us at the table. Hi, Dr.
Good morning,
Tara. The margin of approval was pretty big, 18-6, but there were some strings attached and some concerns. You have concerns too.
That's right. I think when you listened to the panelists yesterday, you could tell that even though 18 voted in favor, there was a lot of reticence and hesitation about it, and almost a desire for something that might be better than what this pill offers. That being said, the concerns were that the pill has side effects and the benefits are marginal or modest in terms of improving sexual desire or sexually satisfying events. We don't have a lot of long-term safety data on this drug, and the population of women that this drug was studied in the trials was relatively healthy. But what happens in the general population, in women who have other medical conditions or who may be using other medications? So there are a lot of still big questions around, really, was this the right decision, or will it be the right decision when the FDA finally decides if it will approve it?
In fact, there's some real questions about the side effects, right?
That's right. And the biggest concern is really what we call syncope or passing out. And, you know, this isn't a drug that you take at night in your home and then go to sleep. This is a drug you take every day and then go out and have your daily routine. So if you pass out while driving a car, if you pass out while you're taking your kids to school and hit your head, I mean, this can be serious and unexpected. And so it's very concerning. Some of the other side effects that were brought up were what happens in terms of giving this pill to premenopausal women who are sexually active and you're taking a sex drug and then they get pregnant. Is this going to affect their fertility? Is this going to affect the fetus? And finally, what happens when this drug is combined with other centrally acting agents like alcohol or other medications that affect the central nervous system?
With all these questions, why do you think this panel approved?
Yeah, you know, I think that the panel really sensed that there's an unmet need and that there are women who are suffering from HSDD or this disorder. They heard 2 hours of testimony that was very compelling from women. And I think they really felt like, you know, even though this may not be the perfect or best option, this is an option, and we can give it to the public in a way that we protect them by having risk strategies in place in terms of watching what happens to the drug once it's out there, in terms of requiring MDs who prescribe it to be certified or pharmacists to be certified. So they did recommend approval with caveats.
Do you assume there will be approval?
I think that probably the FDA will follow what the panel recommends. They typically do. It's not a guarantee. If it is approved by the FDA, we should be hearing about it in August.
And it's called female Viagra, but you said it really shouldn't be called Viagra.
That's right.
Because it works very differently.
It's a complete misnomer, and it's very misleading. You know, it's like comparing apples and oranges. Viagra works on erectile dysfunction, on improving blood flow to the penis to allow for an erection. This drug works centrally on the brain by altering the neurotransmitters, increasing dopamine and norepinephrine and decreasing serotonin. There's no libido drug that's really been out there for men either. So this is a completely different type of medication, but certainly one that's important for these women who suffer from this disorder.
Dr. Narula, thank you very much.
Thank you.